The erotic film industry has long been a subject of public fascination, moral debate, and socio-cultural critique. Within this complex world, individual stories often remain obscured beneath the surface of sensationalism and controversy. One such story is that of Melissa Hill, an American former actress and director whose contributions to the industry spanned over a decade. With a career that began in the early 1990s and culminated in several prestigious accolades, including induction into the AVN and XRCO Halls of Fame, Hill represents a figure of both artistic credibility and professional autonomy in entertainment. To understand Hill's impact, it is essential to examine the broader historical and cultural context of films during the late 20th century, a period marked by the mainstreaming of erotica through home video distribution, increasing acceptance of performers in public discourse, and evolving gender dynamics within the industry. The entertainment industry of the 1990s was not merely a platform for titillation, but also a battleground for debates about agency, exploitation, feminism, and fame. This video argues that Melissa Hill's career exemplifies a nuanced negotiation of power, identity, and professionalism in the film industry. Through her strategic career choices, resistance to commodification through cosmetic conformity, and eventual exit on her own terms, Hill challenges the one-dimensional narratives often projected onto performers. In the following sections, this video will explore Hill's entry and rise in the entertainment world, the significance of her roles and recognition, and her decision to retire with integrity and agency. An examination of alternative perspectives on the industry's impact on women will also be addressed, followed by a refutation grounded in Hill's lived experience. Through this comprehensive analysis, the aim is to present Melissa Hill not merely as a figure within entertainment, but as an emblem of resilience and self-determination. Melissa Hill's entry into the film industry in 1992 through modeling in explicit magazines such as Club, Hustler, and High Society was emblematic of a common gateway into hardcore cinema. However, her transition to film acting in 1993 was neither accidental nor purely opportunistic. It was a calculated step within an industry that, at the time, was experiencing a golden age due to the proliferation of VHS tapes and increasing demand for narrative-driven content. Hill navigated this terrain with precision, choosing roles that highlighted both her sexual presence and her acting ability.
Unlike many performers who remain unnamed and unremembered, Hill distinguished herself through a deliberate curation of her on-screen identity. Her work with a variety of major film producers enabled her to build a diverse portfolio, making her a household name in the niche yet expansive world of film enthusiasts. Her career trajectory challenges the presumption that film actors are devoid of agency or trapped within a cycle of exploitation. On the contrary, Hill's career choices reflected a conscious pursuit of artistic and personal goals within the constraints of the entertainment ecosystem. Melissa Hill's rise to prominence culminated in several awards that underlined not only her popularity but also her skill as a performer. Her win as Best Actress Film in 1997 for Penetrator 2, Pleasure Productions, and Best Supporting Actress Film in 1998 for Bad Wives, Vivid Entertainment were significant in multiple respects. Firstly, these accolades underscored the legitimacy of acting talent within cinema, a medium often dismissed as devoid of narrative or artistic value. Secondly, they positioned Hill as a credible figure within both the industry and the broader cultural conversation about entertainment. Her performances in these films were not mere vehicles for erotic imagery. They were narrative constructs that allowed her to showcase emotional range, timing, and even comedic sensibilities. These films, often scripted and produced with considerable budgets, represented an era when cinema flirted with mainstream aesthetics and storytelling. By excelling in such an environment, Hill not only enhanced her personal brand, but also challenged prevailing assumptions about the intellectual and artistic capabilities of actors. Her eventual induction into the AVN and XRCO Halls of Fame in 2014 and 2015, respectively, served as institutional recognition of her long-term impact. These honors are not handed out indiscriminately. They signify sustained excellence and contribution to the craft. Hill's presence in these elite circles affirms the importance of viewing film performers not as disposable entertainers, but as professionals with careers, aspirations, and legacies. Perhaps the most compelling aspect of Melissa Hill's career is her retirement decision, which she articulated in a candid 2015 interview. Hill revealed that her decision to exit the industry was motivated by a desire not to age on camera and a recognition that her career had plateaued. She also resisted the pervasive pressure within the industry to undergo plastic surgery to remain competitive. This resistance to physical modification is telling. In an industry increasingly dominated by unrealistic beauty standards and youth-centric fantasies, Hill's refusal to conform speaks volumes about her personal integrity and critical awareness. Rather than being pushed out or fading into obscurity, she left at a point of her choosing, asserting control over her narrative.
Her story complicates the frequently held view that performers are trapped or exploited. While exploitation undoubtedly exists, as it does in many industries, Hill's agency in shaping her career path, from selective role choices to her dignified exit, illustrates a contrasting reality. Her career offers a counter-narrative to the notion of the fallen woman, providing instead a story of strategic decision-making and self-preservation. A prevailing critique of the film industry centers on the belief that it exploits women, reducing them to objects of male desire and stripping them of agency. Critics argue that the physical and psychological toll disproportionately affect women, and that the industry's structure inherently privileges male pleasure and control. While these critiques are not unfounded and are crucial for understanding systemic issues within the entertainment world, they risk homogenizing the experiences of performers. Melissa Hill's career complicates this narrative. Far from being a passive participant, she actively shaped her trajectory, resisted coercive beauty standards, and exited the industry on her terms. Her interviews and professional choices suggest a nuanced experience that blends both empowerment and constraint, like most careers in patriarchal systems. To overlook her autonomy is to silence the voice of a woman who navigated a stigmatized profession with intelligence, strategy, and dignity. It is not to deny exploitation exists, but to acknowledge that not all participants are equally powerless. Melissa Hill's career in the film industry offers a compelling case study in agency, professionalism, and cultural legitimacy. From her early days in magazine modeling to her celebrated performances in award-winning films, Hill strategically navigated a challenging yet opportunity-laden field. Her accolades, particularly her induction into prestigious industry halls of fame, serve as testament to her talent and impact. More importantly, her candid reflections on aging, beauty standards, and career fulfillment provide a window into the complexities of life as a performer. She did not merely survive in an industry that often consumes its stars, she thrived and departed with her autonomy intact. In an era that still grapples with understanding the humanity and complexity of film performers, Melissa Hill stands as a figure worthy of nuanced consideration. Her story invites us to move beyond simplistic moral judgments and towards a richer, more empathetic understanding of the people behind the performances. Through her life and career, Melissa Hill demonstrates that dignity, agency, and legacy are not only possible in the film industry, they are real and they matter. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.